Hello, welcome back to Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Jay Pendleton and I'm here to pick the bones out of Everton's most recent pre-season showing. Everton have defeated Stoke 1-0 in just such a horrendous game, basically. Look, people say about pre-season, it's only one of two things or both. It's all about fitness or winning doesn't matter. Whatever, result doesn't matter. Totally agree, result does not matter. If you get absolutely battered by some team or a few divisions below, I've seen QPR got beat 5-0 by Oxford today. If we've gotten beat by, I'm trying to think of equivalently poor. Obviously, Stan Mills scored in that game, which is obviously good. But I'm trying to think of an equivalently poor championship team. That's like us going and getting beat 5-0 by maybe not Swansea, maybe someone even worse than Swansea, someone like, I'm trying to even think what the table looked like last season, by someone like Cardiff or, someone who were in the lower echelon of the championship, then it was, you'd think that's not ideal. But by and large, result really does not matter. All about fitness though, I do disagree about that. I think it's more than that. I think obviously fitness is the reason why it happens, but I think it's also a chance for new signs to get brought in for fans to see them for the first time, like today with Danjuma. It's also a chance for us to, and this is the main thing for me, it's a chance of, to show what you've been working on in the summer, try and show some patterns of play, get used to trying stuff, and then you don't just turn up first game of the season and say, let's try all these things we've been learning all summer. It's a chance to use them. It's difficult obviously because you're playing against lesser opposition 95% of the time. You've not got your full strength team out. They've not got the full strength team out. You make 10 subs, so I do get it. But in these kind of games, I think you can either get quite excited, you're not going to be bothered, or you can start getting a bit worried. And I think we're all getting a little bit worried because the team clearly needs signings. The squad clearly needs strengthening. We're not asked about the result, but there's been absolutely nothing to go off these first three games, by and large, about how we're going to play, how we're going to amass 40 points this season. And I'd like to think I will live in the time where at some point an Everton team will, by their fourth game of pre-season, have shown at least something, pretty much, rather than just thinking we are just kind of waiting to sign players. Still, it's super frustrating. But anyway, before we get into the game, I do want to discuss, and some people won't be bothered about this, and that's fine. But James Tarkowski's been wearing the armband since this started, and it now looks like he could be the vice captain. Which, as I say, some people won't care about. That's fine. I'm not saying I'm particularly bothered because I'm not. But I do just think this is a bit strange because Jordan Pickford's been wearing the armband. I think we've all kind of seen him as our vice captain the last couple of years. He's our biggest star, he's our biggest name, he's our best player, as far as I'm concerned. He's the player I like the most. He's one of the few players and I'd be disappointed if we lost. All these things. He's recently committed himself to the club, not only via a contract, but also verbally. And he's now no longer wearing the armband. Now might be a case that Sean Dyche just said to him, Jordan Pickford, you're going to be, you're going to be a leader on the pitch, you're a massive ambassador for the club, but on the pitch, on the field, James Tarkowski's captain. That's fine, I'd understand that. And that could well have happened. But I just don't get why. I don't know if I can hear that. That's my dog scratching himself down there. But just in case it's quite an annoying sound. But I look at it and I just kind of think, should this sort of thing not be announced? Should this not be discussed, or just a little post on Twitter or something to say, by the way, James Tarkowski is the club's vice captain, or we'll assume captaincy when James Coleman doesn't play? Because certainly when I was growing up, the vice captaincy role was, you wear the armband when the captain doesn't play, but obviously your captain should play 90-95% of games, so it's more behind the scenes stuff that they should be getting up to. And it doesn't, I don't know whether that's still the case now. It might not be, so maybe it's not that big a deal, but I just kind of think, should this not be announced? Should this not be said? Should this not be stated somewhere that a club of Everton's size, we know who the vice captain is. It's not been a thing since Leon Osman left, really. You know, Baines was it, but he never played. Luca Dean was basically it, but left. Tom Davis wore it sometimes. Ross Barkley wore it a couple of times. I'm sure there's been more. Obviously, I say Pickford's been wearing it. It's just a big old mess, and I find it quite strange. But anyway, unfortunately, onto the game where very little happened. We had a chance in the first half through Decore, but it was blocked pretty much instantly. And the half kind of just went on from there. Danjuma played, but he looked quite isolated, and then he got the ball and he's taking on shots when he's never really going to score because he's not getting the ball. I think we all know he can't play up front on his own. Sounds like a broken record because the fella who came on for him can't play up front on his own, certainly not in this system. But yeah, he's not comfortable as a lone 9. He needs someone who he can run off or can pull wide. There's no point signing if we're not going to do that. So that's kind of my thought process on the whole first half. Really, we're just kind of thinking we've signed Danjuma, but we haven't done the legwork to make that signing work yet. Hopefully we will. But again, this is why pre-season is important for these sorts of things, because should have had someone in here who could bring in this lad who we've wanted for 6 months, but he needs a specific set of circumstances to really, really thrive in a team like ours, and we haven't done it. But whatever, half time comes, Morpay comes on, was crap. Brantford came on, I thought looked alright, a couple of nice bits from him, and then Amadou Onana came on, who obviously had a big say on the game. Played alright, to be fair, thought he looked decent. But yeah, the second half went by without much incident. Pickford made a couple of decent saves. Lewis Dobbin came on for McNeil, who went off injured, hopefully only a knock, so nothing to worry about there. Fingers crossed, hopefully, because again, he's one of our most important players. Lewis Dobbin looked alright, then Talon Yongo came on and looked okay. I think I was making a prediction neither of them will be at the club come the end of the window. I think Dobbin, once we get good players to the door, Dobbin will go back out on loan, that's fine. And I think Talon Yongo probably will as well, but I'm not sure he'll be around much longer thereafter, to be honest. He didn't do very well in League One last year. Had a couple of different teams, admittedly not great teams, Burton and Forest Green, but it happens. Lewis Dobbin did decent at Fulham, 8 goal involvements, 9 goal involvements, something like that. So he did okay there. We'll see what happens. But I'm not sure either of them are ready for Premier League football yet. And I'm not sure Talon Yongo ever will be. Or certainly not in the next couple of years anyway. That's kind of how I see it. But we'll see. We eventually got the winner right at the end of the game. Really poor corner from Dobbin. Iwobi did well. Didn't think he'd play particularly well, to be fair, Iwobi, but he did well there. Controls it, get the ball in, flick on by Branthwaite to Tarkowski. He heads to the cross. Onana shoots, keeper saves, hitting it on Onana again and goes in. So, yeah, quite funny in the end. Quite a funny goal, but no, he did well to get in among the boots there and find the winner. But yeah, you don't really celebrate goals in pre-season anyway. But me and my dad didn't even react. We're watching the game and it's like, well, it's all about fitness and new signings and patterns of play. We only got one of those frees really. So yeah, not a vintage showing, but we won. That's 4 pre-season games, 3 wins, 1 draw, no defeats, 3 clean sheets. Only the 4 goals to show for it, unfortunately. But yeah, I think if there is one positive that it has kind of put in the cold, hard light of day for not just Mashiri, Kenwright, Felwell, Deitch, the fans, for everyone, we need 3 or 4 more players to come in. A couple of players are going to have to go out, that's fine, make that happen. Still 2 weeks till the start of the season, but you look at like Danjuma, it took like a week to sort. Ashley Young took like 3-4 days from when Toffee posted about it. So these things do take time. So while it does seem like that's a decent window to work with, a couple of weeks, these things, especially when everything are negotiate the minute, these do take time. So we'll see anyway. Let me know what your thoughts were on the game. I say it was a bit of a nothing affair, and we'll go again against Sporting Club de Portugal next week at Goodison. Let me know your thoughts on the Tarkowski thing we discussed before. And yeah, let me know how you thought the likes of Dobbin, Onyango, Branthwaite, how they got on. People are saying that starting team is going to be the team against Fulham. I mean, I really, really hope not. I really hope Michael Keane's not in there. I really hope it is Jared Branthwaite. I think the team next week against Sporting is going to be 99% of his thinking for the team against Fulham, but we shall see. We shall see then. But yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you are new around here, and we'll see you next time. Nice one, up the Toffees.